Uh, Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. My name is NCK2310. For the returning subscribers, welcome back. For those that are new, welcome back, welcome as well. What I do here, I do scrutinize and analyze songs, and to be precise, from Kikuyu songs to English. And Kikuyu is one of the many languages in Kenya. Yes, I do dwell with political songs, with gospel songs, and with party or Mogidi songs, as we call them in my country, Kenya, where I am from. And today, we'll dive in directly without wasting any time. So today, the song I've prepared, it's a political song. And because I am from Kenya, living in Sweden, we'll dive in with a political song today, and we see what the song has to offer, what we can learn from the song. Let's dive in. The song says, President Ruto, for those who don't know, President Ruto is the president of Kenya. Kenya is Africa. Kenya is where I come from. And the song says, President Ruto met a hostile crowd in Embu town. Embu is one of the towns in Kenya. In Isiolo, another town as well, he also met a hostile crowd. When we talk about hostile, what do we mean? Civilians in a country, they can become hostile, and especially when they feel oppressed, when they feel their rights have been taken away, when they feel that the government is treating them wrong, the civilians can be hostile. And just like the song says, that President Ruto of Kenya has been facing a lot of hostility. Civilians are not happy with him. And just like the song says, he endured hostile in Embu, he endured hostile in Isiolo. And for example, the song says, there were chants which the civilians were shouting and saying, and have been doing that. For example, uongo, which means lies, after every promise made by the President Ruto. So there is a president going around to the people of Kenya in different cities, different towns, promising them roads, promising them hospitals, promising them markets, promises that never come to be, fake promises. And the civilians of Kenya, they've got tired of the lies. And that's why they got the charts, uongo, which means lies. Let's continue on with the song. The song says, when I see and watch the mountain, for those who don't know, the mountains, Kenya is divided. We have the central region, the western region, the coast region, the eastern, the north. We have different parts. And the song is saying, when I see and watch the mountain means the Gemma community. And the Gemma community, for those who don't know, it is the Gikuyu, like I am a Kikuyu, Gikuyu, it's called. The Embu, the Meru, and the Akamba. That is the Gemma community. And just like the song is saying, when I watch the mountain, I see smoke. Who is that holding a burning piece of wood? He must be stopped. He must be contained by all means. He must be told that the mountain has its leader. The song says, A home with a father must be respected, and it should be entered respectively. So that means for us, the gamer people, we love to be shown respect. For us, the gamer people, I'm sure also other communities, we want to be treated fair. And in this, it's in the whole of Kenya. All Kenyan people want to be treated fairly. The song says, leaders should get out from the top of the cars. What does that mean? That the Kenya leaders, for example, President Ruto and those people around him, they're always seen on top of cars, traveling around with helicopters, instead of to be ground on the ground to work for the people. Their work is like, they're like campaigning. It's not campaign season, it's season for working. The song says, get out of those cars. Go and work for the Kenyan people. Standing on top of cars, flying around in planes, doesn't benefit our Kenyan people. The song continues to say, do something good for the remaining years. We know very well, for example, in Kenya, we have the elections every 5 years. That's what we have, although some people used to say it was wrong to be 4 years. But every 5 years, we have the general elections in Kenya, in my country where I come from. And for example, the sitting President Ruto, who is there now, for those 2.5 years, he's been there. No work has been seen. Nothing. The song is saying, hey, President Ruto, and you, the rest leaders, you should work for the people. Go and work for those remaining times. But I think even the Kenyans don't believe in you anymore. The song says, and we should be given the freedom to decide that after you've served the term, the Kenyan people, we the Kenyan people, we should be let alone to decide. Because what we're going to do with Kenyans, we will check the work you've been doing from all of you, from the president all the way down. We're going to check, have they been working for us? Yes or no? What have they done? If you've done nothing, or if you've done too little, we will not vote you back. And that's why the song is saying, the Kenyan people should be given the freedom to decide. The song continues. The reason for that is because Kenya is our motherland. We fought. Our forefathers, they fought the British. We know Kenya was a British colony. They died. A lot of blood was shed just us to get our country back from the British. So it's the right for us Kenyans. If you're a Kenyan, wherever you are, we have to defend our country. The song continues to say, when you come, because the politicians in Kenya, they're used to roaming around with cars, they're being told, when you come with the money, because it is our money. We know that the government of Kenya is known for stealing public funds. Instead of building nice roads, instead of even just making things like health, so that each and every Kenyan is not suffering because of health, that you can go to a hospital and you don't have to be asked for money and you are treated. that there is medicine in the hospitals. Instead of the politicians doing that, most of them, what do? They steal public funds. And that's why you are being told in this song, when you're loitering around with your cars, then come with the money. Because anyway, it is our money. It is the public fund that you've stolen. So come with it. The song says, even when we lack developments, at least our stomachs will be full. When we talk about developments, it's heartbreaking that up to today, very many Kenyans believe that development, in the terms of projects, that it is a favor. They forget it's not a favor. It is a right. The moment all Kenyans will be telling every leader they meet, hey, listen, development for us Kenyans is not a favor. We don't have to smile with you so that you can build roads for us. We don't have to smile with you so that you can build hospitals for us. We don't have to smile with you so that you can get nice schools. It is not a favor. It is a right to get development for each and every Kenyan. Wherever you're living, if your roads are bad, you should know that you've been fooled. Somebody you elected, or your parents elected, or that the people who've been electing have been not doing the right thing. And that's why poor hospitals, facilities, the healthcare is poor, the roads are poor, schools, because some people have been stealing their public funds instead of using that money the right way. The song continues to say that at least when you bring us the money, we will lack developments, but our stomachs will be full. This is when civilians, when they are fed up with you. The song says, try to find new lies to deceive the civilians with, because you've been lying so much. The song is saying, hey, if it's, for example, President Ruto, stop that shenanigan and story and going and saying, hey, road from there to there to there to there. That story, forget it. The Kenyans can't buy it anymore. They've realized, they have discovered it's all lies. That's why the song is saying, look for new lies. Because that one won't sell anymore. You cannot now stand up and start to say, hey, I will build a road coming from there and there. No, you have to look for new lies, because those lies won't work anymore. And that's why you saw last time that our girls in schools, they're making fun, imitating you, President Ruto, because it's known. Even the newborn children, they already know that you're telling fairy tales and lies. It is a shame. The song continues to say, when a rat sees a trap, it's better it dies of hunger. That when you see there, when a rat sees, oh, there is a trap, as we call it, mutego, in my mother tongue, Kikuyu language, there is a trap. That rat is not stupid. The rat don't go there, even if there is food put on the trap. It's the same for the mountain. And that's what the song is saying. The whole of the mountain, let us join. Let us be one. Let us unite. Let us speak in one voice. Because there is a trap there. Let us not go there and try to take that. The song continues to say, the one who will betray us, the betrayer, should be rejected even by the children. The one who will betray the mountain, the one who will betray the gamer community, we already know some of them. They should be rejected even by the children. Be careful. Don't be one of those, the betrayers. Do not, because you will be rejected even by your own wife, by your own children, and the generations to come. It will be noticed, it will be noted, it will be written that you were a betrayer. The song continues to say, what do you think of the story of She and Sha? When we hear this, it's so scary. For example, for us Kenyans who live in the West, where everything is like, you can go to whichever hospital, you don't pay nothing. For example, here I live in Sweden. We are all insured. Everybody. Everybody. Someone will say, don't compare the West with the third world countries. Hey, we had something else that was working. We had HIF, which helped a lot of people. Let's continue with the song. What do you think of the story Shisha? For me, I get goosebumps when I hear about it. While our Kenyan people are dying due to lack of medicine, what are we gonna do? Because we still have the Harambes trying to contribute money due to hospital bills. This, I can say, it's something I myself have done for my late loved parents. That because they are sick, that the family have to come together to pay hospital bills. What about those families who have nobody can assist them, nobody can help them? Their family members are held in hospitals. Their family members are even sometimes held in mortuaries after they pass away because there is no money. They have no money. And we have a government. Since Kenya got its independence, we're in 2025. And still our Kenyan people are held as hostages in hospitals, in mortuaries, because the money is not traced to pay the bills or to clear the bills. It is sad. The song continues to ask, what happened to NHIF? What happened? Can President Ruto come out and tell the Kenyan people what happened? The idea of building houses, we know these benefits of affordable houses, as they call it. That idea, and then you sell back to the Kenyan people. Who benefits when it comes to these projects, house projects? It's such a shame that instead of trying for the best for our country, for our people, that some selfish, greedy, egoistic leaders, they just count in their heads, oh, when there's construction, I will have a company of stones, a company of iron sheet, a company of metals, a company of wood, everything you want yourself. And that is the main reason you want this house project. It's not because you're minding about our Kenyan people who are living in the slums, in Mathare, in all the other slums around, Mukuru kwa Jenga and all the rest. Huruma, you don't care about those people who up to 2025, they're still using flying toilets. You don't care. For you, what you care about is the materials that are going to be used in those houses. And after that, who are buying those houses? Is it the rich Somalis? Is it the rich foreigners who have the chance even to get them? What about our Kenyans? The song continues to say, we know Kware and Roiro. Kware is where stones are gotten, most of the construction stones, and Roiro where the iron sheet, the Mabati places. We know where they are. Build the country instead, because we know how to build. But you cannot do that because you're selfish, and what you're interested with is just for the materials, where you're gonna do some deals with some people, family members and friends, so that each and every material that is coming, you have money from it. It is said. The writer says, Mr. Kenyajui is talking to somebody. When you arrive at Wamunyoro, Wamunyoro is the home of the deputy president, the former Rigiji. The song is saying, when you arrive, tell Rigiji, that the community is relying and depending on him. We are behind him and supporting him. For those who don't know, is that the case is still there, and we see where it ends. But for the mountain, we must move in one direction. That's why we have to have somebody as our leader. Because the moment the mountain allowed themselves to be divided, you saw like last time in 2022, that some votes went to Ruto and some votes went to Raila. So the mountain was divided. It's not a good idea. Let's come together in one basket. We talk, we discuss, agree to disagree. Then we find a way so that we all can vote in one basket. For us Kenyans who are in the diaspora, we also usually vote. Every 5 years, we make sure we come home to vote. We do. And this round, let us all speak in one voice that the mountain will never be divided again. And just like the song was saying there at the front, that the ones who will betray us should be rejected even by the children. The song continues to say, tell Rigiji that you are behind him and we are supporting him. Actually, I am shocked to hear an elected leader concentrating, talking about another man's beards instead of working for his people. You all, some of those who follow Kenyan news, you know who I'm talking about. That a leader can stand and instead of telling Kenyans what he is gonna do for the country, instead of, leave alone saying, instead of doing it, is standing up to discuss about another man's beards. You are shaved, you are not shaved. Does it really interest us Kenyans? As Kenyans, we want to see work done. We want to see you that we elected. What are you doing for us? When it rains in Kenya, a lot of roads you can't pass. Where are the schools for our children? Is it all schools that get meals as they tell us? Or is just for show? To go and give chapatis and something for a few schools and pretend it's all schools in Kenya that the kids can eat? What about the kids that come from vulnerable families? The parents cannot afford to give that child food every day to take to home or even money to buy food. What about those kids? Do they continue to stare and watch while the other kids are eating? Is that the joy of the leaders in Kenya? The song continues to say, that 10 billion you are claiming that Rigiji was asking, or that was supposed to be in the deal? Can you return that money? 10 billion is quite a lot of money. Can you return it back to the office? It's gonna do a significant work for our Kenyan people. 10 billion can build many roads. 10 billion can build a few hospitals. 10 billion can build nice schools. There are still some schools in Kenya. There are still some kids in Kenya who don't have proper classes. Even some. For example, even those areas where President Ruto is from, the kids study sitting on stones. Stones, not desk, stones. While others, they study under trees, no schools. And you're standing and talking and discussing about 10 billion deal? Put that back and do something with our money, for example, because you did not give it to Rigiji. What has it been doing then, that money? It's so touchy. The song continues to say, I have tried to say that church must be respected. That place, church, there's some of us like me, I believe church is in my heart, but we know the building where one or more joins together to praise God. That place called church should be respected. They join there to praise Lord. You can destroy everything else because you are free, you think you have all the power, you're the mighty. But do not touch the house of God because it is holy. On this verse is talking about, we saw last time, how some Kenyan leaders, they organized some goons, and the goons went to a church because they were trying to fight the former deputy president, Rigiji, in a church. It is a shame. It is something that the whole world should condemn. Because where have we reached as a country? What kind of leader are we having? For me, having been born in the early 70s in Kenya, Kenyans used to fear God, the house of God. There are things, even if Moi was bad president, he respected churches. Where have we reached? It's more worse than the Moi era, as we call it in Kenya at the moment. We all have seen about the documentary from BBC, and more is to come, because all what has been hidden has to be known by the whole world. Because you cannot continue killing innocent Kenyans and you're walking free while your kids and your families are settled safe haven because they have bodyguards. Nobody can reach to them. But remember, there is God up there. And God can reach everybody. We also saw just yesterday or something that 5 people have been shot just because they are fighting for their rights, because they have their pieces of title deeds of lands, and somebody greedy again. We hear President Ruto want to grab again a piece of land. I ask myself, where do these leaders want to take all these lands and money that they steal? Where do they want to take it? It is heartbreaking. It is very sad for the country, for our Kenyan country. Let's join together. We will not stop it until our Kenyan people are freed. We will continue to make noise until justice is found for all our young people that were killed last year 2024, and all the other years our people have been dying, being slaughtered like animals, and those leaders are still walking free. Kenyans, let's join hands together and we say enough is enough, because our country, Kenya, is our motherland. Our forefathers fought so hard for it, to get it back from the British. What can I say? This amazing song that we were scrutinizing and analyzing, for those who've never listened to the song, please go listen to it. It's called Itugati. And Itugati, it means people that serve. It's nothing bad. Itugati, I'm a Kikuyu, ask me. Itugati means people that serve. You do everything for your country because you love your country, you love your people. You are Itugati. I am Itungati. So Itungati is not a bad word. The song is called Itugati, and the artist, very well talented, he's called Isaiah Dongo. So go watch, listen to that song, Itugati by Isaiah Dongo, an amazing, beautiful song. You will love it. What can I say? If you also like my work, because we do it here in English, the songs are usually, he sang like this song in Kikuyu, but I do it here and explain what talked about in English. If you like my work, please don't forget to touch the subscribe button. I'll appreciate very much. And don't forget also to touch the like button. You can share, you can comment as well. I'll appreciate. And we catch up again tomorrow, same time, which is 10 o'clock Kenyan time. And in Swedish or German time, it's 9 o'clock. Thank you and bye-bye.